If you want to travel carry-on only to Europe, these are the packing mistakes you need to avoid. Most people think they need more space, but the problem is usually how they're packing, not how much stuff they're bringing. Fix these mistakes, and you can make a carry-on work for trips from 2 weeks to 6 months. Hi, I'm Angela, and 7 years ago, I moved from the US to Europe. Ever since, I've written all about my travels on my blog, Notes from Europe. If this is your first time joining me, be sure to subscribe for more travel videos just like this. And if you make it to the end of this video, I'll show you how to get a copy of my Europe packing guide. Mistake number 1, ignoring airline carry-on rules. If your bag doesn't adhere to the size or weight limits set by your airline, then nothing that I'm about to say really matters anyway. Especially if you're traveling budget airlines, you want to measure everything, including handles and wheels. Nobody wants their bag put into one of those contraptions that makes you measure if it'll fit or not, so be sure that you adhere to these rules from the start. Mistake number 2, not having a strategy for your personal item bag. When you're traveling carry-on only, it's the personal item bag that is actually the MVP, because once this bag goes into the overhead compartment, it's game over. You're probably not going to be taking it down. It's your personal item bag that will carry things like your ID, your passport, your money, valuables, even those key electronics that don't really need to be in this bag. Now, I have a full video about what to pack in this bag, so be sure to check it out because it is eye-opening. Mistake number 3, trusting packing cubes to fix your packing problems. All of the packing advice that I see talks about packing cubes, and they can be very helpful, especially if you want your bag to stay organized as you travel from place to place to place. But if you think that packing cubes are going to save you from overpacking, they're just not. I'm sorry. They're not magic. And if you're relying on them to kind of compress the items that you've packed into them, they can actually lead you to pack too much, putting you over weight limits. Mistake number 4, and this is a big one, not trying on your travel wardrobe. See, the whole secret of traveling with just a carry-on is to be very confident in the things that you pack there. You don't want to be dogged by this feeling that you're forgetting things or that the things that you packed might not even work when you get to your destination. And the secret to build confidence in your travel wardrobe is to actually try it on. I know people don't love to pack, but put aside an hour when you're packing and actually try on the things that you are going to be putting in this suitcase. You want to make sure that they still fit, that they still have a look that you vibe with and you enjoy wearing them. And you're also going to be looking for items that can kind of be replaced. So maybe you don't need to take that beige cashmere sweater because the white t-shirt can do the same job in multiple outfits. I really believe that it is only through trying things on that you can really get a sense of what has earned its space in this suitcase and what simply doesn't belong. Okay, quick question. How do you usually pack? Kind of trying to figure out if you're a carry-on packer trying to refine your method or a checked luggage person who is trying to make the switch to a carry-on. Let me know in the comments below. Mistake number 5, packing too many shoes. Now, as I mentioned, every item that goes in here needs to earn its place, and shoes take up a lot of room in a suitcase. The truth is, you probably don't need that many pairs. You need a comfortable pair of walking shoes, and I like to also pack a comfortable pair of flats that look a little more elevated than just walking shoes. I have a really great post on the blog about the shoes that you need to pack for travel to Europe, and I will link that in the description below as well. But honestly, you do not need more than 3 pairs. Even that is stretching it. I think you need 2 pairs max you can get by, so be sure to take a look at that blog post. Mistake number 6, bringing your full beauty routine. Your travel beauty routine should be like a scaled back version of what you're doing at home. A lot of products you just don't need when you're traveling, like a retinol. You do need the basics, so be sure that you have a good cleanser, a good moisturizer, and the necessities for your makeup look. I wish that I could say that every airport in Europe was the same, but the truth is that the 100 milliliter limit per bottle is just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of different places will try to limit you to the number of bottles that you can even have. I try to openly revolt around this. If anyone has ever been to Heathrow, then you know that they are kind of insane about their tiny little bag that you need to put all of your stuff in. But if you don't want your products to be taken by security, you gotta follow the rules. I also have a blog post about the toiletries that you should consider packing. I'll make sure to link that below as well. I'll be honest, if I'm ever forgetting anything, it's typically something from my beauty routine, but luckily Europe has tons of apotecas where you can go and buy a new product. So this is one where you probably don't need to stress so much if you forget something. Carry-on mistake number 7, putting valuables in your carry-on. A lot of people that promote carry-on travel will say that it's great because the bag is always with you. And I wish that was true, but I fly British Airways, and British Airways seems determined to take this bag from you at the gate. I don't know why. But even on half-empty flights, British Airways is always asking you to give them your carry-on bag. And it's not the only one. So you need to be careful not to pack any valuables, things like expensive handbags or jewelry or money. Don't put it in your carry-on bag. All of that should go in your personal item bag. Even if the airline is not asking you to gate check this bag, like I mentioned earlier, as soon as you put it up in the overhead compartment, it can be quite difficult to get the bag down and get in there. So just for your own peace of mind, it's going to be a lot easier to keep all of your valuables or important things in your personal item bag. Carry-on travel mistake number 8, packing bulky items instead of wearing them on the flight. This is one of my favorite travel hacks. You just wear your heaviest stuff. So if you're traveling in the winter and you're traveling with snow boots, but this is all you're bringing, wear your snow boots on the plane. If you're traveling with multiple jackets in the spring, then wear the heaviest one on the plane. That is the simplest way to free up room in your bag. Don't pack the bulky stuff, wear it on the plane. And there you have it, 8 carry-on packing mistakes to avoid. If you want to refine your packing skills even further, then be sure to download my Europe packing guide. It has seasonal packing tips as well as packing checklists for a standard trip, as well as hiking, beach, and ski trips. This guide helps you know exactly what to bring for your specific itinerary. You can grab it at the link in the description below. And next, you're going to want to watch this video. It's all about what to pack in your personal item bag on an international flight, because that's the piece that most people get completely wrong, and packing it right will make your flight and your travel experience a lot more enjoyable. If this video was helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!